curvier, sexier, and prettier than ever. These are the Galaxy S6 and S6 Edge, the latest flagship smartphones from Samsung. But looks aren't everything. Do these phones have the power and performance to back it up? Hi, I'm Michael Josh, you're watching Tech Talk, and here are 6 things about the Samsung Galaxy S6. Let's start with the good, shall we? An admission. Looks matter. And for the longest time, it was Samsung's plasticky heritage that peeved many users. But all of that is a non-issue now that Samsung has decided to go full-on premium. The S6 and the S6 Edge are both stunning pieces of technology. Made of aluminum and glass, no one will deny these are the prettiest smartphones Samsung has ever made. While glass on both sides does make the phone look delicate, it's actually made of Corning Gorilla Glass 4, which supposedly has an 80% survival rate when dropped onto rough surfaces like concrete. And if we're talking about the curvier S6 Edge, it also feels thinner because of the way the display tapers off on both sides. If I were to pick out one feature that I really love about the S6, it would be its home button. What's so special, you might ask? 2 quick presses on it launches the camera app. In about a second, you're ready to shoot. That's by far the quickest way to launch a smartphone camera. And it works from any screen, even with the display off. Press, press, then snap. The home button also doubles as a fingerprint scanner. If you're an S5 user, this new one is much improved. No longer do you have to swipe your finger downward, hoping it will read your print. Now it's just a matter of resting your finger on the home button, and bam, the phone's unlocked. While it may protrude quite offensively from the back of the phone, the camera on the S6 is easily one of the best in the market today, and without a doubt, the phone's crowning glory. 16 megapixels of camera goodness, a large 1/2.6-inch sensor, an f1.9 lens, and optical image stabilization. The results are stunning images. A bit lacking in contrast when shot under bright sunlight, but with good dynamic range overall, and excellent performance in low light. The front camera too is loaded with improvements. It shoots 5 megapixel images with a 120-degree field of view. And if that's not enough, there's also wide selfie mode for panorama-style shots. The S6 and S6 Edge come with wireless charging built in and support for 2 wireless charging standards, QI and PMA. This means it should work with most wireless chargers available in the market today. Samsung also sells its own wireless charger, but it's worth noting that this does take longer than a wired connection. For me, the real innovation here is fast charging. Plug it into a socket and you can go from 0 to 50% in 30 minutes. Or if you only have 10 minutes before you need to leave the house, that guarantees about 4 hours of battery life. But it ain't all fine and dandy. Now let's move on to things we didn't like about the S6 and the S6 Edge. If you have used previous iterations of the phone, you're in for a disappointment. The S6 doesn't have a removable back plate, it doesn't have a removable battery, meaning you can't pop in a new one if you run out. And it doesn't have provisions for expandable memory, i.e. no memory card slot. So buy as much as you can afford. In the Philippines, the phone is available in 2 variants, 32 gigabytes and 64 gigabytes. Both phones run the latest version of Android, Lollipop, but a variant that is unique to Samsung called TouchWiz. While cleaner and less obtrusive than previous versions, there is still room for improvement. For one, we wish that Samsung would just allow users to customize the left drawer that brings up Flipboard, less bloatware, and an experience closer to stock Android, which for the most part is still the best. But having said that, those last 2 bits are probably nitpicking more than anything else. In pretty much every respect, both phones have everything you could want in a smartphone. Design, power, performance. Of course, all this comes at a premium, the same you'd have to shell out for any other flagship model out there. Rest assured, this one is definitely worth it. We've got many more videos coming your way, so don't forget to subscribe to this channel on YouTube and follow SM CYBERZONE on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'm Michael Josh. See you next time.